If you are engaged in the chemical business in Turkey, we need to talk. There's a major regulation known as KKDIK, and frankly, the clock is ticking. The deadlines are approaching much faster than you might expect. In this video, we will break down exactly what needs to be done to ensure your business is ready. This is the real question, isn't it? For anyone handling chemicals in Turkey, specifically quantities of 1 ton or more per year, there's a critical compliance window that is rapidly closing, and it is closing soon. Let's be honest, compliance is not optional if you wish to keep your products on the Turkish market. So, to make this as clear as possible, we have laid everything out as a journey. We will begin with the basics, walk you through the registration process, figure out this whole lead registrant matter, get to the core idea of the regulation, consider your plan B if things become difficult, and finally, talk about what comes next. All right, let's start our journey at the very beginning. Before diving into the details of the process, we need to establish a common understanding of what KKDIK actually is and why these deadlines are so incredibly urgent. KKDIK is essentially the Turkish version of the EU's well-known REACH regulation. It is all about managing chemicals to protect both people and the environment. Simple as that. Now, take a close look at this timeline. These are the 4 key dates you absolutely positively need to have circled in bright red on your calendar. It all begins in October 2025, and from there, they just keep coming, one after the other. Now for the important part, what is the very first thing you need to do? Where do you begin? The entire process kicks off with 3 steps. Step 1. You must declare that you are in the game by submitting a pre-CF through the Ministry's Chemicals Management System. Completing that single step automatically places you in the form for that specific chemical. From that moment on, working with your competitors is not just a good idea, it is mandatory. So let's lock in these terms. The pre-CF is your official I'm in, and the CF is where the action takes place. Honestly, the best way to think of it is as a mandatory group project for every company handling the same chemical. You are all in it together. Anyone who has survived a group project knows that it can quickly descend into chaos without a clear leader. Under KKDIK, they do not leave that to chance. The lead registrant is a formally designated role with significant responsibility. The question is, who is it and how is this person chosen? The regulation is very clear about how to select this crucial lead registrant. The system provides 2 possible paths. Path 1, the ideal option, is that a company simply volunteers. They step up and take charge. But what if everyone stares at their shoes and nobody wants the job? Enter the backup plan. If no one volunteers, the ministry itself will appoint a lead registrant, usually based on which company handles the largest share of that chemical. And this is where it gets particularly interesting. The voluntary process is, in fact, democratic. A company cannot simply crown itself as leader. It must formally put its hand up, and every other company in that forum gets to vote. You have 30 days to say yes or no, and a simple majority decides. All of this, the voting, the lead registrant, the process, is designed to serve one simple guiding principle. This is the very heart of the KKDIK regulation, and it is vital to understand why it exists. The principle is one substance, one registration. The goal is to prevent different companies from conducting the exact same expensive, time-consuming research, to ensure consistency of data, to reduce animal testing, and to save everyone a great deal of money. So here's how it works in practice. The lead registrant is responsible for preparing the main registration dossier. Then each joint registrant adds their company-specific information to that dossier. Organizations such as the Union Chambers and Commodity Exchanges of Turkey assist companies by providing tools such as contract templates to make the process smoother. That is the ideal path toward full registration. But let's be realistic. Large, complex projects sometimes face delays. So what happens if your dossier will not be ready by the deadline? Does your business simply grind to a halt? The good news is no. The regulation provides a plan B. And that is where this crucial safety net called temporary registration comes in. Now, a temporary registration is not the final goal, but it is a critical stopgap measure. It allows you to legally continue doing business while the full dossier is being completed. And note the key difference: specific deadlines in 2026, and importantly, it requires a reduced set of data. Now, when they say reduced data, do not for a second think that means no data. Even for a temporary registration, you must still provide core information. This includes precisely what the substance is, how it is manufactured and used, the volumes involved, and of course, guidance on how to use it safely. And here's a critical detail you absolutely cannot afford to miss. This entire process, whether temporary or full, must be handled and submitted by a certified professional. They are called chemical assessment experts. So let's imagine you have done it. You navigated the deadline, you submitted the registration. Your journey is over, right? Well, not quite. Compliance is an ongoing responsibility. The regulation also establishes support systems to help everyone stay on the right track. When it comes to what happens next, remember one number: 16. Why 16? Because according to the regulation, every single safety data sheet you create must have 16 mandatory sections. These cover everything from what the chemical is to how to dispose of it safely. It is a standard format, and you must get it right every single time. And this is excellent news because it means you are not alone after registration. The ministry has set up a support structure. If complex scientific questions or policy issues arise, these groups exist to help clarify, resolve disputes, and guide the entire industry forward. And that brings us right back to where we began. These deadlines are no longer distant points on the horizon. They are right around the corner. We have walked through the journey, but understanding it is only step one. Taking action and taking it now is what will ensure that your business continues to succeed in Turkey. Chemleg can help you through every step of this process. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to send us an email. Chemleg, safe chemicals, safe future.